Thank you for joining us today on another installment of Frost & Sullivan's exciting podcast series highlighting key disruptive technologies, growth opportunities, key economic trends, new business models, industry convergence, emerging geographies, and much more. I'm Byron, Messaris, Senior Consultant with the Mobility Research Team, and today I'll be talking about findings from our recent research into Africa's business travel and transport transformation. The research looks at opportunities to improve business travel services and highlights advances in airline industry development and investment on the African continent. Among other themes in the research includes the state of African air travel from a business perspective, with a key focus on African economies of Kenya, Nigeria, Ethiopia, and Egypt. It also takes a detour through China to examine what China has done to promote business travel. Despite Africa's long history of aviation, the reality is that commercial aviation and business travel haven't quite developed at the pace that many would have expected. Africa has experienced incredible growth over the past decade. We've seen new sources of investment and renewed confidence in African economies, but many of these markets are serviced by only a handful of mostly European and Middle Eastern airlines. While African airlines are definitely gathering pace, air connectivity between African cities remains constrained, and efforts to improve regional and continental activity have been difficult due to the reluctance or lack of will among African countries to open up their skies. The challenges facing air travel and business travel on the continent are numerous. Frost & Sullivan has identified 4 primary restraints. Firstly, high taxation and restrictive aviation laws and policies. Secondly, the dearth of reliable and competitive mobility solutions. Thirdly, the lack of inter-African connectivity. And lastly, the poor financial performance of African airlines. Hotel expansions and investments, growth in professional transit services, and on-demand travel, and the rising profile of African airlines, reinforced by the improving service quality and levels of African airlines, is driving opportunities for both incumbents and new players. Markets are built by pioneers. Africa, like Asia before it, will eventually reach a point of development where the continent becomes closer to that of the developed world as opposed to the developing world. When that happens, and it will undoubtedly take some time, businesses that have invested along the growth trajectory will find themselves well paced with first mover advantage in a continent with strengthening economic and financial power. On that note, I hope you have enjoyed this session. Please join us for future podcasts and become a member by emailing us at digital@frost.com. Thank you for your time.